Hey collectors, welcome back to the workshop. Now, first off, I want to say that I am so excited, humbled, and truly grateful to all of the support and interest that you've shown to me and to this channel. I mean, 450 subscribers is just absolutely incredible, and I can't thank you enough. As this small channel is finding its identity and you're learning more about me, I thought maybe I'd share a core belief with you. And maybe this is a hot take, but here it goes anyway. I don't believe that collecting is simply about owning things. I think it's about choosing what surrounds you, about surrounding yourself with beautiful things. And as the late and great Christopher Plummer once said, unless you can surround yourself with as many beautiful things as you can afford, I don't think life has very much meaning. Now, that may sound a little bit extreme to some of you, but here's a question for you. What is beauty, right? It's not about costs, rarity, perfection. Beauty is about how something affects your life, how often you return to it, how it makes you feel, whether or not it actually earns space in your day-to-day world. With the new year approaching, I've been evaluating my own collection and wondering how I might tackle it if I were to start from scratch. And I've grounded this philosophy of beautiful things into 5 tips. These aren't necessarily just about collecting well. They're about living with the things that matter to you. So, with that in mind, let's dive in. Let's start with the obvious detail, though admittedly I often overlook this one. And that is that physical media actually takes up physical space. I know, shocker, right? And to top it off, it also costs money. So, tip number 1, control space and budget, or they'll control you. In all seriousness though, this can feel like a downside to the hobby that can be really difficult to overcome. But suspend your disbelief for just a minute and let's imagine that this is more of a barrier that's actually here to benefit you. If I were starting over, which I sort of am with the CDs, and I even ended up building that shelf a little bit ago to manage some of this. You can go check that out in one of my other videos. But if I were starting over, I'd answer these 3 questions. First, how much money can I spend on this hobby each month? $20, $50, $100? Then how much physical space does it get? And what happens when I run out of space? A budget actually protects your enjoyment of the hobby, and a space limit protects your sanity. And when that one shelf you've allocated is full, it forces you to make some decisions. What stays? What goes? Does something else get booted? What actually matters? These limitations don't ruin a collection. They force you to decide whether those things still shape a part of your life. Which brings us to tip number 2, curate a point of view. Okay, so when something enters your collection, it becomes part of your environment, right? That means it needs to contribute something. Comfort, curiosity, inspiration, calm, excitement. When collecting, I wouldn't ask myself, is this considered great? I'd ask, does this make my life better to have around? Will I revisit this, re-watch it, reread, re-listen to, replay? That beauty that we talked about, that's personal. Not everything that you collect needs to be a masterpiece. It just needs to matter to you. For example, there's a lot of hype right now for Stanley Kubrick's Eyes Wide Shut, re-released in 4K by Criterion. It's a beautiful transfer, beautiful packaging, has the extra features. It's considered a critical masterpiece. Many of you love this movie, and I totally respect that. As for myself, I have no need to ever watch that movie again. I'm good. I don't need it. Tip 2 decides what enters your space. Therefore, it's not about owning all the best stuff. It's about owning your stuff. Now, tip 3 is to focus before you expand. If I were to start over, I would pick a lane to focus on and start there. Not forever, just long enough to pick up momentum and some clarity. Now, not all of you will agree with me on this one, but a scattered collection creates visual and mental noise, especially early on. If you're trying to collect all of the movies, all of the books, all of the records, all of the games, you'll get overwhelmed, overstimulated, you'll overspend, and you won't be sure how to maintain. I'll say it even though you'll hate hearing it, walk before you run. When you concentrate on the one format or category, your shelves will feel much less random and more intentional. And remember, a stunning collection isn't always maximalist. Many times it's just simply cohesive. So maybe you're into gaming and you want to start collecting retro games. Tip number 3 means that maybe you pick one console, like the PS2, for example, and you start building that catalog first and only that catalog. This is something actually I'll be doing in 2026, so join me. But honestly, focus turns ownership into atmosphere. So pick a lane, stay in it until you feel comfortable and until it's time to merge. And your wallet will thank you too, which leads us into a little bit of tip number 4. And tip 4 is go for used first and buy new with intent. What I'm saying is I would try to lean heavily on used media first. Hit up thrift stores, the used bookstores, eBay, garage sales. There's many options out there. But believe me when I say that used media removes pressure. Lower prices means that you're free to explore more artists, unfamiliar films, different genres, older editions, and it's environmentally friendly. And it allows the media to live a new life with a new owner. I mean, Toy Story 3, anybody? This tip also gives you the freedom to discover what kind of collector you are. For example, do you really need all 12 variants of that new Sabrina Carpenter album? Or are you good with just the one? I've decided for myself that new purchases should be deliberate for my very favorite things, for special editions that I just can't pass up, or the things that I know I'm gonna keep long term. Think about it this way. Early collecting is about discovery, not perfection. And therefore, tip number 5 is ignore the hype. Build a collection that lasts for you. This is honestly one of the hardest tips for some of us, but let me say it to myself out loud. Hype is temporary, ownership is long-term. Limited pressings, panic buying, get it before it's gone, Netflix is taking over. None of that matters 5 years from now if that media means absolutely nothing to you by then. Again, a lasting collection isn't built quickly, it's built intentionally. And here's something. If I'm being honest to myself, how many people are going to walk into my house, look through my things, then come and pat me on the back and congratulate me for owning this copy of Minus the Bears Planet of Ice that was released before it went out of print? The answer is probably no one, just me. And on top of that, they reprinted it, so all of you can buy it too now. And so this is my point. The goal isn't to own everything. The goal isn't to jump on the things that we're scared to miss out on. The goal is to own what matters to you. Always choose meaning over momentum. Okay, collectors. So physical media is a way to shape the environment around you. It's choosing to live among the things that slow you down, bring you back to yourself, and remind you of what you value. It's as representative of you as the mirror in your bathroom. And beauty isn't about owning all of the best things. It's about living well with the things that you own. At least that's what I think collecting is really for. But hey, if you're collecting movies, books, games, I'd love to hear from you in the comments what format pulled you in first. And if physical media still matters to you, this channel is about collecting with intention and elevating those simple things that we love. Thanks for spending some time with me today. Until next time, keep collecting.